Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. Believe it or not, you have the ability to be your own health coach. A coach to keep you motivated, empowered, and focused. Let's chat about ways to be your own best mentor. Stay tuned. Hey there, my friend. Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, The Power of Possibility, Passion, and Purpose. And we're going to talk about being your own health coach today. If you've ever worked with a health or a fitness coach before, they typically ask you some questions to get a good snapshot of habits, rituals, preferences, your interests, things like that. So why not do the same for yourself? You know yourself best, right? So we're going to take a look at a few areas of your life. And before I get to these life-changing questions, I do want to give a shout out to a few people who dropped by on the podcast app, left an honest rating and review. I'm going to read a few of these out to you because it just thrills me when people drop by and give a review. Not only just a rating, and I appreciate the ratings, but to actually comment on what impact it's made for them. So, and I wish I had names attached to these. Usually I'm getting screen names of some sort, but I've got a screen name called Writer on the Side. Shout out to you. Said, I really enjoy Perry's podcasting style. Thank you so much. He's a great motivator and a coach. The episode about gratitude and its impact on health was an eye-opener. Make sure you listen to that first. That's really, really awesome. And I did have another one, a screen name by the name of Adult Struggles. I love that. What I love about Power Blast podcast is the wide variety of fitness health topics that Perry incorporates. I am one that gets bored easily with workout programs or health kicks, and I'm always looking for something new. I appreciate that Power Blast features the latest trends, so I can hear Perry's thoughts on them before I try them myself. Big shout out to you. Thanks so much for popping in. It helps this show reach more people, and it helps me know that not only you're taking time to write in, but that this show is providing value to you. So thank you so much. And for those of you on YouTube catching the video version, just know I'm waving at you big time. A big thank you to you. And if you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notifications button. That way you'll get an alert each time a new show drops. Okay, so to be your best, to be your own health coach. We're going to talk about this. So I'm breaking this down into some categories, and these are some questions that you'll want to ponder, consider, answer for yourself as you're going through and coaching yourself. So let's talk about exercise. What kind of exercise do you like best? Do you have any resistance or barriers to exercise? Have you given yourself some awesome tips to break through those barriers? You can actually, I've done that for you. There's some past episodes of this podcast. We talk about barriers, how to break through them, how to identify limiting beliefs and break through those. So, identifying those things where you're resistant and taking control of those can be a big thing. So here's some questions about what you eat. What healthy foods do you like? Do you have them regularly? Do you need to add something into the mix? What about the unhealthy stuff? Are there some things that are probably some healthier swaps that you can make? I know for myself, originally I'm like, I love pizza. Well, can I make a satisfying, healthier version of a pizza? I love cookies. Can I make a healthier version of a cookie? I love ice cream. Can I make a healthier version of ice cream? It's things like that. Or are there some things that you can eliminate or just have on occasion? Let's take a look at your time, your schedule. How can you adjust your schedule so you make time for meal prep and daily exercise? I know for many people that's a magical question. We're busy people. So we've got to really dial back and really check in with ourselves and say, am I really that busy? And what am I busy doing? What is it? What's taking up all my time? I know sometimes we look at these things and we give so much power and control to them. It's like, oh my gosh, the kids have me everywhere. I'm involved in this committee. And when you really dial it back, it's only not that big of a time, but you've given it such power that it seems so overwhelming that it's going to take up your whole evening or weeks on end. So ask yourself, is there a way to streamline it? Can you get up earlier? Can you use a chunk of time on Sundays for meal prepping to make the rest of the week flow easier? Are there any things that you can delegate to others or even totally eliminate the time suckers, the things like TV and social media scrolling? A lot of times we go down rabbit holes that we didn't intend to. We open up an email just to check it out, and then an offer happens. The next thing you know, we're comparing prices. The next thing you know, we see that over on Facebook because it comes up as a retargeted ad. The next thing we know, we're in somebody's feed. You see how that goes, and you're going, where did that hour and a half go? It's identifying some of those things and then catching yourself on it. Let's take a look at your surroundings, your environment. Are there ways that you can empower yourself and set your kitchen up for success? And a lot of times, are there ways to make more healthier options available, eliminate temptations or hide them or make them harder to get? I know for me, I had to go through and do a refrigerator makeover and a cupboard makeover just to weed things out and make it to where it wasn't tempting when my defenses were low or when my resistance or willpower was low. I actually have I have a couple of podcast episodes and a blog post about those. If you want those, you can just reach out to me. How about ways to empower yourself to exercise? Maybe it's having a home gym or having easily accessible gym clothes that you've got laid out, or your running shoes so you can head out to the gym. Your gym bag's always ready, or ready to head out for a walk or a run. Think of your home, think of your car, think of work. How can you make it healthy? Make it so healthy habits become the norm. What cues can you give to yourself? Now, this is a process. I get it. But this is a great way to coach yourself. This is independence and empowering yourself. How about your motivation? Let's look at that next. What things do you have to motivate you? Can you make use of some sticky notes, some empowering affirmations, vision boards? Have a bank of uplifting videos or podcasts that you can turn to, or a super empowering music playlist? What will be your go-to? It's easy when you're motivated, you get all pumped up, but what will be your go-to things, your tools, motivation tools, when your motivation is low and you need that jolt, you need that kick? Right? How about your mindset? What ways have you found to flip negative thinking into positive thinking? A lot of times we feel, like a victim or woe is me, the world's out to get me. But I think through audiobooks and self-development, you can train yourself. You can get the skills to build confidence, to build belief, to build positive mindset. It's just being proactive to take action on those and catching yourself. What uplifting audiobooks, books, meditations will you have and will you use on a daily basis? You don't have to listen to a lot, just 10 minutes to give yourself a shift each day. What things can you control and keep moving forward no matter what, no matter when your world seems out of control? You got to step back and say, okay, there's all these extra things I can't even control. I can't worry about these things. What can I control? I can control my reactions to this, or I can control my mindset, or I can control the habits that I do, and be disciplined with those. So use those questions to acknowledge the things that you do well and to constantly strive for things that you can improve and change and act upon. And as you're figuring these out and crafting your systems, experiment with them. Test them out. I like trying things for at least 30 days just to see, will it matter? Is there an impact before I start tweaking them? There's a lot of times people will try things for a week and they're like, that doesn't work. The stuff on the scale, and they gain 2 pounds, but they didn't realize because they started exercising that their body's holding water a little bit, so they're off looking for some or other magic pill. Stick with something consistently for at least 30 days. So, for instance, I hated vegetables. I mean, ask my anybody, one in my family. Perry did not like vegetables. Potatoes and corn were okay. Those were my vegetables. But, as I started wanting to get healthier and get in shape, somebody said you got to eat more vegetables. So I'm like, okay, I'll test this out. I'll make myself my own experiment. So I took 30 days to see if vegetables even mattered. And I fought it. I gagged down some of them. I masked some of the flavors with salsa. I put salsa on it just to mask the flavor. Within a week, I dropped 5 pounds. Okay. Did it really make a difference? And then another 5 pounds by the end of the month. And I loved how I felt. Yep, veggies made a difference. So I kept them in my eating plan. And over time, it turned out to where I liked them. I didn't have to mask the flavor. I could figure out really great recipes and ways to make them. I explored with other vegetables that I would have never considered. Just I had a story about them and I wrote them off. But I made myself an experiment. I tested it out. So this is Project U. Experiment. Collect information. See what works and what doesn't. You will learn a lot. Going through this process, I became a person who exercises. I became a person who focuses on positive mindset and spiritual growth. I became a person who eats vegetables and nutrition-dense foods. I became a person who spoke positive thoughts into my mind. I became a person who eliminated most of the negative media, the negative news media out there in my life. I became a person who questions my limiting beliefs, and I still have many of them, but I'm working on it. You will surprise yourself and teach yourself many things because you're coaching yourself. You're going to figure out what works and what doesn't, and then make decisions to change them. Just keep sticking with it and moving forward. I did this with food. What food fuels me? What food dragged me down? All of this will challenge your assumptions and give you new ways of thinking. Just know it's a process and it's going to take time. And results might not happen instantly, but time is going to pass anyway. And you are ready to get results. That's what you want. You not only want results, you're wanting to live a happy, healthy, fulfilling life. So if that's what you aspire, then start doing now what that looks like of living a happy, healthy, fulfilling life and figuring out the things that will help you get along the way. Because there is no failing unless you give up. There's a lot of people that give up. They get sidetracked and they just stop. And then they feel like they got to start over again. And time goes on and it makes it more challenging. So that works against them too. Look at it this way. You keep going. You either win or you learn. Learning how to be your own health coach, it's a lot of trial and error, but that's okay. As long as you keep pushing forward. Just have an open mind, question your assumptions and limiting beliefs, keep being persistent, work hard on being consistent, be coachable to yourself, and willing to just do your best. You will empower yourself to create the healthy lifestyle that you deserve. And if you need more structure, you need to break through some limiting beliefs. You struggle in certain areas just to keep going, and you feel like you're one of those people that you get started and you fall backwards. You get started and you fall backwards, and you stop for long periods of time. Then you get back at it, and then you stop for long periods of time. And it seems like you're on a cycle of 2-3 times a year. You're getting back on, and then something happens. I'm going to help you out, because it always seems like, man, barriers, obstacles, busyness, life, they're just there to sidetrack you. So what you want to do is sign up for my next free 5-day workshop. Give me 5 days and you're going to crack that code to sticking with your plan, you're going to burn the stubborn fat. You're going to build the lean muscle. You're going to have endless energy. No matter what plan you are going to follow, with your eating, with your exercise, with your mindset. Some of what we cover in this powerful mindset. One is how to target the hidden mental and emotional barriers holding you back. How to crush your top limiting belief so that you can stay laser focused on your goals and take action steps so you can achieve them immediately. You'll get my step-by-step framework designed to bust through your top barriers, have a solid game plan for achieving every one of those health and fitness goals that you have. And you'll learn how to stop the guilt of avoiding your exercise goals, your gym membership you never use but you keep paying for, the fitness equipment that you bought and it's still sitting there but it became an elaborate coat hanger, the workouts that you bought but you never used but they're there taunting you. You'll get a game plan to finally start creating the healthy lifestyle of your dreams, even if you think you've tried everything. So if you are a person who always stops and starts and stops and starts your exercise plan, you feel guilty and frustrated and eventually ignore your fitness goals year after year, you're bummed every time you need to buy clothing, you're mad because the results never seem to come fast enough and you're just tired and you don't have time, but you know you need to do something, join me for this free 5-day online workshop because it's time to break out of your monotonous routine and turn everything you think you know about fitness, energy, nutrition, and weight loss. You're going to flip it up completely upside down. You can join me here at upsidedownfit.com. You'll get all the details there. That's upsidedownfit.com. I look forward to having you in the workshop. That's all I have for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I so appreciate you. And please share, subscribe, leave an honest rating and review in your podcast app. It helps others discover this show. And I think the universe will reward you with those positive vibes too. And for those of you on YouTube and catching the video version, please subscribe, hit the notification button so you get that alert each time a new show drops. You absolutely rock, my friend. That's all I have for this week. And as always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.